guy Desiree from Hope Academy. I'm SS2 with Mia.
Adeyemi Kadiza.
Today we are presenting an experiment on solution and solubility. A solution is formed when a solute dissolves in a solvent. Mathematically, solution is equal to solvent plus solution plus solute. For example, brine. Brine is a solution of salt and water. A solution can be classified as the amount of solute in a given solvent. Types of solution based on the amount of solute present are 1. Saturated solution, 2. Unsaturated solution, and 3. Supersaturated solution. An unsaturated solution is a solution that contains less solids than it can dissolve in a solvent at a given temperature. A saturated solution is a solution that contains as much solids as it can dissolve in a solvent at a given temperature. And the supersaturated solution is a solution that contains more solids than it can dissolve in a solvent at a given temperature.
And what are the aims of this practical? The aims of this practical are to prepare a saturated solution, an unsaturated solution, and a supersaturated solution. 2. To determine the solubility of a saturated solution. And what are the materials needed for this practical? The materials needed are 1. Water bath, 2. Beaker, 3. Stirrer, 4. Distilled water, the weighing balance, a calculator, writing material, the spatula, and common salt. Now my classmate Jafet will be demonstrating the practical.
Procedures. The first step is to measure 40 cm cube of distilled water into each of the 3 beakers. A is labeled unsaturated, B is labeled saturated, and C is labeled supersaturated. Here, the water inside our beaker is the solvent, while the solute will be dissolved in sodium chloride. The saturated solution is the determinant for preparing the unsaturated and supersaturated solutions. Because a saturated solution is a solution that contains as much solute as it can dissolve in a solvent at a given room temperature. To find the exact mass of sodium chloride that will form a saturated solution in 40 ml of distilled water at 30 degrees centigrade, we'll first weigh our beaker B on a weighing balance. Here, the weight of our beaker B is 76.03 grams. We then put our values in a table of values. The next step is to place all our 3 beakers in a water bath. This water bath is set at 30 degrees centigrade. Begin to fetch the salt little by little into the beaker labeled B, that is unsaturated solution. Stir and continue to stir until the water just no longer dissolves the salt. Here, the salt completely dissolved. That means it is unsaturated. You then add more salt and continue to stir again. Once again, the salt totally dissolves. You add salt little by little till the water no longer dissolves the salt. Here we have obtained our saturated solution because the water no longer dissolves the salt. This solution and the beaker will now be weighed. The weight of the beaker plus water plus salt is 83.25 grams. To find the mass of sodium chloride that completely dissolved in 40 ml of distilled water at 30 degrees centigrade, we subtract this from this, which is this. 7.22 grams of sodium chloride is needed to form our saturated solution. To form an unsaturated solution of sodium chloride in beaker A, Simply weigh any mass of sodium chloride less than 7.22 grams and dissolve it. To form a supersaturated solution, simply weigh any mass of sodium chloride greater than 7.22 grams and dissolve it. The second aim of this experiment is to determine the solubility of a saturated solution. Solubility is the amount of solutes that will saturate 1 dm cube of a solvent at a room temperature. Mathematically, solubility is equal to mass over molar mass times 1000 over volume. For example, the solubility of sodium chloride can be determined from a saturated solution B. Here, 7.22 grams of sodium chloride dissolves in 40 cm3 volume of distilled water. Applying the solubility formula, the molar mass of sodium chloride is equal to 23 plus 35.5, which is equal to 58.5. This is the mass of salt, molar mass of salt, and volume of water. Therefore, the solubility of 7.22 grams of sodium chloride in 40 ml of distilled water at 30 degrees centigrade is 3.085 mol per dm cube. The solubility of sodium chloride in water can be affected or altered by increasing the temperature or adding more water. Thank you.